Right, boys, before we get into it, I just want to say, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it would be very, very helpful to me and the channel. You know, we're trying to grind, trying to get as many videos out as possible, despite all the other things I've got going on. You know, I would really appreciate everyone's support. But, you know, we're here today to talk about the Arsenal and Atletico game, yeah? I think I want to start with Gyokeres, because obviously that's the name that's in everyone's mouth. It's the strikers. Everyone talks about the strikers and the forwards. And a lot of people are going to try to discredit him by the types of goals he scored, and they're scrappy goals. But for me, like before we got him, is not a striker that I wanted or I picked. But for me, if he's going to come in, those are the goals that I want him to score. I want him to score those scrappy goals, those goals that aren't immense quality. I don't want him to be taking on loads of players. Like, it's not Sporting Lisbon. I don't want the same guy. I want him to simplify everything. Like, when it comes into him, lay it off, find another player, move again. Try and find those spaces. And realistically, if he keeps his touches under 3, he will have a good time at Arsenal by just not overdoing it. We have all these other talented players. You don't need to do all of that. Like, if you look at Haaland, for example, who right now you can't argue is the best striker in the world, he isn't getting the ball and taking on the world. He isn't. He's making runs and he's aggressively attacking spaces. And some of his goals are doo-doo. But at the end of the day, he scored like 20 goals already, and I don't remember all 20. So what's the point of scoring these fantastic goals? Like, it's pointless. So you get the goals that you can get. In this team, if you get into the areas and you got that desire, I think he can leave with 20. And I think last night is an example of you don't need to do too much. Just have a bit of desire, keep it simple, and get into the areas. Look at Lewandowski. Like, why can't Gyokeres replicate what Lewandowski does? Like, why not? Like, Lewandowski is this unbelievable technician. Like, you don't need to be that. Lewandowski is an 18-yard box booter. Same with Van Nistelrooy. Like, if we can get that out of Gyokeres, then we've got a good striker here. And I think last night shows, like, he didn't play against meaty defence. Played against one of the best defences in the world in Atletico. They're a very defensive team. They're very good defensively. It's Diego Simeone, bro. So to get those 2 scrappy goals there, I think he needs a lot of credit, man. So big up Gyokeres. Another guy that deserves credit as well, Martinelli, bro. This is the guy that everyone wanted out for Rodrigo. And look at what they're both doing. Even though Rodrigo just ain't playing, so I'm not even going to get onto him. But the reality here is Martinelli is showing up for us. He's got 5 goals, and I think he's got 5 goals and 1 assist. That's a big player for us right now. Like, he is going to keep... If he keeps playing like this, Trossard is Gara bench. And this is if Martinelli stays like this, if he leaves with 15 and 7, brother, you can't really talk to him. Like, he's on track for that. If he slows down, he's on track for like a 15 and 7 season, man. I think he looks really good. And that finish is a world-class finish. Like, let's have it right. That finish that he did there, that is a world-class finish, bro. Off the first touch, side netting. Do you know how difficult that is? Bro, Martinelli right now is cooking, and I'm happy to see it, because that is a player I've always liked and I thought was just needed some time to adapt. And I think if he can master the transition and be a bit more direct and use that pace, like I think we've got a player, man. Like, I think we also need to remember that these are very young players. Like, Saka's 24, Martinelli's like around the same age. Like, we need to cut like these players a bit of slack. Like, he's still a quote unquote baby, man. Like, these people just hit a certain amount of games. Like, Martinelli, man, I'm rooting for you, brother. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for the way he started the season. A lot of credit. And then next, another guy, again, like, this is the first time where I can only say good things about this squad. Like, Miles Lewis-Skelly, that assist, I think people forgot about the quality that he has. Like, his quality is he's 18, his quality is mental. One of the best two-way players in the league. He's elite defensively and elite on the ball at 18. He's a baby. And to say he's not elite on the ball, you're waffling. He is elite on the ball because he's doing it against elite players. Facts. So you can't say it's not elite. Last year he was the least dribble pass player in the league, or top 3, something like that. That's elite standard. Don't let the age fool you. That's an elite player that is 18 right now. And just because he's at Arsenal, you're not going to tell me my man is not elite. That's an elite player. Yeah, facts. If you look at the quality of the assists, quality of the defending, I heard people saying that people were targeting. You can't target Miles Lewis-Skelly. You're mental, bro. You're mental. Yeah? And I'll go as far as saying, in Calafiori and Miles Lewis-Skelly, we have two. If you want to, I'm not really going to pigeonhole Miles Lewis-Skelly in the left-back role, but that's where he's been playing in it. So for me, we have two of the top 5 left-backs in the league. And you could argue, like, off the top of my head, I'm going to say top 10 left-backs in the world. We've got 2 of them. And I don't think any of them will be number 10 or number 9. But I'll again, like, that's just something I've just pulled out my arsehole, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, man, I think the quality and depth we have right now is genuinely scary, man. It's the fact that you can take a player like Calafiori or Miles Lewis-Skelly on the pitch and you're replacing with another elite player, and that's across the pitch. Like in a lot of positions, we can replace players with another elite player, and that is genuinely why I think like we have to go and win something this year. Champions League or it has to be one of them. Or I think we've heavily underachieved with this squad, man. Like with even think about Odegaard's out, Eze's there, Rice, Zubomendi. That midfield is missing the captain of it, and we're cool. We're fine. Like the squad. I'm telling you now, the squad is crazy, man. The squad is crazy. Like talking about Zubomendi again, like again another player people won't rank Arsenal players correctly because they just don't like Arsenal. Like I think us being top right now shows how much people hate Arsenal, and and I think that's something players at Arsenal need to accept is if you play for Arsenal, you're not going to get the respect you deserve, and Zubomendi won't get the respect you deserve. Like you won't. You only get the respect you deserve when you're at a media team, like what Caicedo is getting right now. Like, and people will use these stats, these context of the stats to say this, but Zubomendi right now for me, there's not a DM I would trade him for. Like he is crazy. Like he's even flying up the pitch and doing a madness. Like he's interchangeable. He's not a stiff single pivot. Like you could do a lot. That's what I'm saying, man. Like the team's crazy, man. And Zubomendi's performance yesterday is crazy. The assist was crazy. Let's just say you meant it. The assist is crazy. The assist is genuinely bonkers. And then moving on, and I'm gonna say it like, and I don't think many people can contest this. Gabriel is the best centre back in world football right now, and I don't think people can tell me any different. He is world class defensively, and he is also chipping in with a whole lot of goals and assists. Like you can't tell me Gabriel is not the best centre back in the world right now. Like you can't tell me that Gabriel is the best. Like there's no one man could come to me and say this guy is better than Gabriel. And the only reason you say it is because Gabriel's playing at Arsenal. We've conceded 3 goals, brother. We've conceded. Like I need man to understand what that is. We've conceded 3 goals. Like 3 of them. Gabriel is the best centre back in the world, and I'm gonna be disrespectful and say it's not close. Like he's so clear. Like obviously Saliba is cold as well, but Gabriel for me world class, absolutely world class, and it's undeniable. It's undeniable. And I think another person who is, I think people won't give him the world class tag because I think there's some things on the ball that he just isn't. But I also think Frank Lampard wasn't certain things on the ball, and he doesn't look silky. He doesn't do the most, but Declan Rice is a very powerful runner. So, and I think that replaces this silky dribbling that people want him to be Yaya Toure before they call him a certain level of player. But this is a player that's delivering week in, week out against the best teams in the world. So at the end of the day, if you're delivering against other world-class teams, at some point, we're going to have to start throwing... Like, for me, once we win something this year, I need everyone to start taking off the I hate Arsenal goggles and start throwing world class at some of these players. And I think that's the only argument that I would have to not call certain man world class in our team is because we haven't won something big yet. Once we do that, you can't argue. There's no more this guy ain't world class, that guy ain't world class. You have to call a lot of man in the team world class, bro. Same with Saka. Like if we deliver a big trophy, a Prem or a Champions League, it's time to start throwing out the world class name. It's time to start doing it, bro. Like, I'm not having it. Like man are world class. They just haven't done it. They just haven't won something. And I think you do need to win to be called world class, in my opinion, in it. But yeah, and then lastly, I'd also say, like, why can't we win the double here, man? Like, Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what, double? Do you know what I mean? Like, we look the best in the champs. We look the best in the Prem. Like, a wise man said, I got this from Culture Camps. He said, London buses, like, you'll be standing there waiting for them, and they take ages. But when they finally come, they come in 2s and 3s, brother. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I like that one there. Can we do the London bus thing? Floodgates. You feel me? Like, let's get, you know what I mean? Why not? You feel me? Like, why not? That's how I feel, innit? Like, why not? Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, man, that's my take on the game, though. I think honestly, this boring stuff needs to die. I mean, we gave Atletico 4, man. Like, what do you want? We've given Real Madrid 5. We've given bare man, like, we've given it to them, innit? Like, we're giving it to everyone. Like, let's stop all this nonsense, bro. Just come out your 18-yard box and we'll give you 5, innit? You get me? But yeah, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Comment what you guys think about the game. Like, who's your favourites to win the league so far, man? Who do you think's gonna win the league? I'm intrigued to hear what everyone thinks. But yeah, boys, see you in the next video, man. Peace.